Hi guys, Top Pops here. Today we're going Funko Pop hunting. Like usual, let's just get going.
Hey Bailey, I'll see you in a bit, buddy.
And now, just like that, everybody, we have made it over to the mall with our first stop being, GameStop.
Now, before we go inside, I always like to check the front window, and it seems like this is all of their sale stuff, so nothing too crazy going on here. Right on the other side of the sale stuff, I guess this would still be part of the sale wall, but this is the inside now of the store. You can see over here they've got a bunch of 10-inch characters, and it looks like they got way too many of the Super Shredder. It's kind of crazy. Oh, and it also looks like some of the Bounty Hunter collection is finally going on sale. And now at the back, this is where they have a lot of their newer and just like normal size figures in general. They've got a lot of Eternals, as well as Jujutsu Kaisen. We've got Lightyear, Apex Legends. That one is actually pretty new. Maybe, I don't think I've seen that one before. I guess they have Revenant, and then behind that they also have Watson, and both of them are pretty neat. I just don't think I'm going to be getting them today. And now looking a little bit more, they also have some of the Pride figures over here with Robin, as well as a bunch of Pokemon. And then I noticed up here they've got like Jurassic World, a bunch of The Simpsons, and then over here they have more of the Hall of Armors, but I'm looking for the third and fourth one, and this is still number 1 and 2. Oh, and then below that they do have a bunch of the advent calendars, and it's too bad because this one seems to be in perfect condition. When the other day I had to get a damaged one, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be opening them up anyways. I don't really care about the boxes. And I do gotta say, this is the most I've ever seen of the Star Wars advent calendar, and I think it just keeps going back. Yeah, it does. Oh, now take a look at this, guys. I almost missed it way up at the top there. They have some of the Funko skate decks, and I do already have the My Hero one, but I figured I might as well show it. And then it looks like they've got another one behind it. I'm just not exactly sure which one that is. Oh, and then just below that, I didn't even notice they've got these Spyro U2s, as well as, oh shoot, an entire set of U2s up here. There is some pretty nice ones, but for the most part, I picked up all of the ones that you can find over at GameStop that I'm looking for in my collection. But I gotta say, that Zangief up there looks really great. And now normally I don't film in here because it's usually the exact same stuff, but today in here they've got the advent calendar, as well as a bunch of Boruto figures, DC Bombshell, Pokemon, Peacemaker, Doctor Strange, as well as these ones, which I haven't seen in a long time. And then above that, you guys can check out some of the Five Nights at Freddy's figures. We've got Toxic Springtrap, as well as Chocolate Bonnie, and then Dreadbear, some pretty interesting ones. Oh, and then down here, I didn't even notice they've got some of these smaller Funko plushies with the Harry Potter ones. They made these recently kind of quiet, like they never like announce them, but I do think it is kind of cool to see them here. And they've got like Hedwig, as well as Harry Potter, Hermione, and then I think Hagrid, and that's about it. Now everybody, we're in the Hallmark store, and I did not expect to find these. Apparently they're also selling them here. I thought it was exclusive to just Walmart, but it looks like they have most of the ones that Funko released last year. And over on the left here, you can see they've got like Lord Voldemort, as well as the Mandalorian and Grogu. We've got Grogu, Steve, Groot, and then down here we've got Spider-Man, Dwight Schrute, Michael Scott, like pretty much every single one of them, including most of the Friends ornaments, and I think the only one that I'm missing here would be Skeletor, so let's grab them. Now normally I would film myself going up the escalator to then say we're going over to Sunrise Records, but it wasn't working today, and I guess, well, we've made it anyways. Let's just go inside. And you know what, I was thinking of dogging on it as soon as we walked in here, but it seems like they actually got some new stuff in with a lot of the Rocks characters, as well as Squid Game, which they've had for a while, but it looks like they are putting them on clearance, which is nice. And then up here they do have John Cena and The Rock in the wrestling ring, which is actually a really cool set of figures. And then over here we've got Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman, kind of a weird one. And then besides that, I think that's pretty much everything that we've seen before. Like they've got Jackie Robinson down here, like Captain Kirk, as well as Fennec, Jean-Michel, Darkseid on Throne, Doctor Strange, the Specialty Series one, which I guess you don't see too often. And then over here, it looks like they have the different shelves at different prices, which would mean these here. So I guess green would be $9.98, so that is the normal price figures in this section. I don't think I would be getting anything, but it is cool that they are a little bit cheaper. Okay, so I thought that was it for Sunrise Records, but then we came over to this aisle over here where they actually have some decent ones, like Candyman. They've got both Candyman as well as Sherman, and then they have a bunch of these Super 7 figures. And you guys might remember a couple days ago, I did get the Garbage Pail Kids, the glow-in-the-dark version, but I wasn't able to find the normal one, and it doesn't look like they have it here. This is mostly just the horror figures. And then over here, a little bit farther down, they do have a bunch of the mystery minis, as well as just like mini figures in general, as well as some of the what if ones, like a lot of Marvel stuff. And then on the opposite side, they've got more of these figures, but again, I'm not seeing any Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, and I didn't even notice, guys, these ones here are also reaction figures. Kind of crazy. Okay, so as you guys can probably tell, we haven't found much yet besides the ornament. Actually, we literally haven't found anything that I'm looking for besides the ornament, but I'm hoping it's going to gonna change with this store because now we're going into Hot Topic. And now from a quick glance, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be changing, even though they do have some new stuff. It's just things that I don't really need for my collection at the moment. Like this one down here, Bismarcky, a pretty cool figure. I just don't know much of his music. And then over here, I noticed that they still have Silk from SDCC. The thing is though, I don't know if I need her for my collection. I'm still debating on this one. And then down here in the Pocket Pops, they do have some new ones as well, like some My Hero, as well as the Blacklight ones from Nightmare Before Christmas. And then we've got Thor Love and Thunder. And then down at the bottom here, they do have the brand new Hot Topic exclusive My Melody. But again, like I said with a lot of the other stuff, it's just not something I'm looking for my collection. Also, if I could show you guys in focus, it's a little better. And then one more thing that I did get kind of excited about, but it doesn't seem like they have them, was Darth Vader, because it is the only one that I'm missing from this set. Yeah, it's not here. Oh, and I figure I might as well show off a lot of the anime ones that they've got, like Gentle Criminal as well as La Brava, which I did already pick up. And then above that, we've got some of the Class 1B exclusives with I always forget how to pronounce his name. Tetsu and Itsuka over here. Well, it looks like Hot Topic was a bit of a bust, but we're not done over at the mall yet because we have two more stores that I want to try. One of them, I believe it's Lids. I think it's Lids, and then the other one is going to be Conspiracy Comics, and they're probably going to have something. It's just going to be a little bit more expensive, but I still might grab it anyway. And now before we even go in, it looks like they've got some pretty interesting stuff in the window, like the Tokyo Ghoul set, as well as the Tiamat from Dungeons & Dragons, and then even the 18-inch Batman way at the top. And now as soon as I walk in, I'm noticing some pretty interesting stuff, guys, like a lot of the Pokemon, and then above that, they've got a bunch of Stitch figures, and ones that I do need for my collection, like the Alola Stitch, as well as the Sleeping Stitch here. And then there was another one I was looking at too. This one here, Santa Stitch with Scrump. I need that one as well. And then a little bit farther down on the shelf, I'm noticing some other pretty interesting ones, like a lot of the superheroes, and then down here, where'd they go? I saw a lot of the Star Wars ones, and I don't know if there's anything that I'm really on the hunt for, but that Stormtrooper's pretty nice. And then under that one, they do have the Spider-Woman with that pretty cool Beyond Amazing sticker. Oh, and now here's some of their Blacklight Marvel figures, and I was looking for one of them. Kate Bishop with Lucky the Pizza Dog. Now if I can get it, let me see what this one is priced at here. I'm gonna guess like maybe 60 or 70. Oh, 50. Okay. It's a little high, but it's still not that bad. And I do really like how Lucky the Pizza Dog looks in that one, so maybe I'll get it. I'm debating on this one for now. Oh, and then over here in the last section on this wall, they do have some more Star Wars ones, like the Yoda from the Clone Wars, as well as Cobb Vanth, and then down here some of the Pride ones. And I remember there was an R2-D2 that I was looking at last time I was here, but I don't think I see it. I think it's gone. And now here is their other section, and do not get excited about the chases. They are a little bit more expensive here. I see the Monica Geller, but then I also noticed over here, guys, this one was the Tokyo Ghoul one that I missed out on over at GameStop. So I kind of want to check it right now to see how much it is. And I know it's a pretty sought after one, so it's probably going to be kind of expensive, but it would be really neat to get. Oh, 50. Okay, so you know what? It's not awful. But the problem is I would like to get it for retail if possible, so I'm probably going to pass on it. And then going a little bit farther over on the same wall, I did notice these ones over here, the Blacklight Chucky as well as the Blacklight Michael Myers. And it's too bad that the Michael Myers one doesn't have the Entertainment Earth exclusive sticker, but I think I'm still probably going to be getting him today just because of how cool this pop looks, and it's 44, so yeah, it's alright. Oh, and then just before we were about to get out of here, I also noticed that they have some plush on this wall with some of the Wonder Woman ones as well as Catwoman, and then above that, check this out, guys, some of the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary ones. Okay, so we made it, and for anybody wondering, it was a Lids, but it wasn't just a Lids, it's a Lids locker room, so I guess they have more collectibles than just the normal store. And now I gotta say, guys, the Lids section is great. They've got a bunch of the Funko Gold ones. It's also the first time I've ever seen the football ones in person, and then they've also got some basketball over here, and then check this out. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chases, and then behind that there is more chases, and I'm pretty sure it just keeps going. I don't know why they have so many, but this is kind of nuts. And that's not where it ends, guys, because there is a third row with more chases. It is seriously crazy. And now just for fun, guys, I counted them all up, and there is 15 chases in this section here. It stops right at the LeBron stuff, and then every single one of these is a chase. Kind of crazy. And then when it comes to the rest of the section, guys, they've got the Slam magazine cover down here, as well as Pat Mahomes, and this is the massive one, as well as a couple different basketball and baseball ones over here. And I think the only chase I'm going to be grabbing is this one. They only had one of them. I figured, hey, why not? Okay, so we're done over at the mall, and now let's go into the one right across the street, Toys R Us. And now it looks like they've got a lot of figures today. I just don't know if there's anything that I'm really on the hunt for, and I guess there is one thing that I could pick up today that I didn't get last time. It is this one here, the young Anakin Skywalker. And then I think for this set, that might be the only one that they've got. I can keep digging though, because they do have this one over here, the Bouche Leia, but I am not seeing any other Star Wars. Actually, no, they do have Jabba the Hutt. Okay, I'll dig around a little bit. And then in terms of normal pops over here, we've got like this one here, Tiana from the Disney Princess Collection, which is a pretty neat one, as well as one of the Up, Up, Down, Down ones back there. We've got some other like convention exclusives. Then on this side, a lot of stuff, but just like a lot of stuff that we've seen before, it's nothing too crazy yet. And then at the back of the section, it looks like they also have like Slytherin Jeffrey, as well as Jeffrey as Robin, and then we've got Car as well as Am. And then this one here, I did not pick up last time I was at Toys R Us, so maybe, I don't know, she's just like not that interesting to me. It's kind of just like a normal figure standing there, and we have already got a lot of cool stuff today, so I don't need to get every single thing that I see just because it's new, but yeah, that seems to be about it for back here. And then I guess this would be the last section here, guys, with a bunch of the Squid Game ones, as well as Elsa Bloodstone again, Joan Jett, as well as Be Real as Dr. Green Thumb from Cypress Hill, and then a couple of the Funko Golds. But yeah, again, nothing too crazy. Oh, they do have Maria Sharapova. That's kind of an interesting one. And since there wasn't much in terms of Funko Pops, I came over to the Lego section to see if they had the two sets that I was on the hunt for. One of them being the Haunted Mansion, and then the other one being the Aston Martin, the 007 one. And so far, I'm not seeing the 007 section. I'll let you guys know. And by 007 section, I kind of meant like the Lego Technic and Speed Champions spot, and it seems like they've got a lot of the Speed Champions, but I'm not even seeing the Dom Toretto one. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have it here. Oh, but you know what, guys? Over here in the aisle, they do have these ones, but again, yeah, no 007. Okay, so we're now out of Toys R Us, and we're over at our next stop, which is going to be Big B Comics. It's always loud by the road. I apologize. Oh, and free comics for every A on your report card? I'm a little old for that. And now, would you take a look at this, guys? As soon as we walk in, they have the Hall of Armor ones that I'm missing. The Model 8, as well as Model 11. Perfect. And now let's take a look at the normal section over here, where they've got most of their, like, regular-sized figures. And oh, one that I'm noticing back here, guys, is the J. Jonah Jameson, and I do not have this one yet. Maybe today. And then some other ones that they've got here is like Alex Ovechkin, as well as Macho Man Randy Savage, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, a lot of the Iron Maiden ones. And then at the end, they've got that white version of John Lennon. I think that's from maybe, I want to say either a music video or an album cover. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, is this the manga verse? Oh, no, it's the Japanese TV series one. Do they have the Chase? No, of course not. It's too bad, but I do already have this one. I just figured it might be the manga verse, which would have been cool to get today. And then over on this side, I think it's just like a lot of the Pokemon, as well as Squid Game, and then Masters of the Universe, Jean-Michel, and a bunch of Seinfeld, and then that's about it. Oh, but I did notice this one down here, which I do not see very often. I believe it was normally a Walmart exclusive. It is Jerry Seinfeld with Pez. What a great one. And now I don't know if this is a new section, but they've got a lot of My Hero ones over here. It seems to be with these Sonic figures as well as some Mario ones, and one that's standing out to me is, ooh, this glow-in-the-dark Deku, which I might have to get today. Oh, and now this is sick, guys. I didn't notice that they had a bunch of the 10-inch ones over here, and then at the very end, they actually got in the Neon City Kong. And here's the thing, I don't know if I should get this one or this one. We gotta get Kong. Sorry, Mr. Midoriya, you are going back on the shelf. Oh, you were damaged anyways? Yeah, it's a good thing we left them. And then, of course, I do have to check the more expensive cabinet where they put a lot of their chases, and it looks like they have some of the same ones as last time, but I think Britney Spears is new, and then maybe one of these guys is new, and I know I don't have... Okay, this is the problem. They all look the same when they're chases because they're black and white, so I don't know which one I'm missing, so I think I'm gonna pass on it for today, but it is pretty cool to see all three of these together. Alrighty, so it is a little bit later in the day, and we are now back from pop hunting, and I gotta say, this went really well today. Especially with lids having over 15 chases for retail. And I guess we can start with that one, and if you guys want to check out the one that I did end up getting, I believe I mentioned it while I was in the store, but I'm not exactly sure, was Pat Mahomes. I was pretty excited about this one. And if you guys are wondering what the difference is between the chase and the common, I believe it's just the fact that it's the away jersey, so like different colors for the numbers, and then his pants are also a different color, so if you guys want to check it out, that is the common on the back, and then the front is just him with like a completely red suit. And I do understand that the gold chases aren't as popular as the pop ones or the sodas, but I still like picking them up. Now let's get into what I picked up over at Hallmark, because this was a pleasant surprise. I did not expect them to have any of the ornaments here in Canada, and when they did, I had to get the one I was missing. And so here it is, everybody, the Skeletor one. It sold out on Walmart's website super quickly last year, and they had a couple of them in stores, so I figured, hey, I might as well grab them. Oh, and also I did talk to the lady in the store for a bit, and she said they will be getting in more of the ornaments, so fingers crossed it's some of the 2022 figures. Because if you guys are unaware, none of them actually came to Canada last year, and this is the first we've ever seen them here, so I really do want to get the new ones as fast as possible. Then the last place that I got something at the mall was over at Conspiracy Comics, and I ended up getting two figures that I needed for my collection, but the first one here being Aloha Stitch. Actually, now that I say that, why would I get ones I didn't need for my collection? Nah, whatever. And now I do know that they're a little bit overpriced in that store, so I really just look for the ones that are a
about $50 because that seems to be about the cheapest you're gonna get them for an exclusive like this. And you know what, taking a look at the back here, in terms of Stitch figures, I think the only one I'm missing now is Sitting, even though I do have the newer updated version, so I guess I have it, it's just not exactly this one. And then the other one that I grabbed over at Conspiracy Comics was one of the newer Blacklight figures. I ended up getting Michael Myers, and this one here was just so clean, I had to get him. Especially because it is finally September, and I do like to pick up a lot of the Halloween and horror figures when they release, and this one was a perfect one to grab. I also really enjoy how Funko put him into these bright colors. When he's supposed to be super menacing, it's kind of backwards, and that's why I like it. Then just outside of the mall is, of course, Toys R Us, and while I was there, I ended up picking up a couple different things, and I believe the only thing you guys would have saw is the pop pin, but also behind the counter they have soda, so I ended up grabbing 3 of them. And so as you guys probably know, the pin that I picked up was young Anakin Skywalker, and funny enough, this is the first young Anakin I've got in my collection. And then when it comes to the sodas, I ended up getting Frodo Baggins, as well as Squiddly Diddly, and then my favorite of the day, Wreck-It Ralph. And now I know what some of you guys are probably thinking, Tristan, why did you pick up a Frodo? Well, it was actually because my dad's been watching the brand new Lord of the Rings show, and I thought it'd be fun to pick him one up, and you never know, we could get that chase. And so because this one's going to my dad, I figured let's open this one up first to find out if we did get that hooded version of him. I would love to see it today. Especially because when I opened up the 2 a little while ago, I actually got both the Chase and the Common, so I don't think he really cares what he gets, but to get the Chase, it would be a nice bonus. And let's find out. Okay, no, this is the Common Frodo, which still looks really great, and I think, you know what, I kind of like him more without the hood. It gives him a little bit more detail. And if you guys are curious what this one is limited to, oh, we actually got 2 Pogs in this one. Oh, this doesn't happen very often. But if you guys want to check it out, they're limited to 1 out of 7,917. What a weird number, but also a double Pog, which is always fun. Now let's get into Squiddly Diddly, which is kind of a unique soda, and also another Hanna-Barbera one, which I really enjoy. And I do already have the Funko Pop in my collection. If you look, he's actually right here behind me. And then when it comes to the soda, I saw that the Chase is actually him with his saxophone, and I would love to have that one. And so because Toys R Us puts them behind the counter, and this one is going to be a little bit heavier for the Chase, I enjoy that. They picked him out for me. I wasn't allowed to like feel them at all. They kind of just grabbed a random Squiddly Diddly. So fingers crossed we get the saxophone. We did not, but I gotta say, this Squiddly Diddly is pretty unique. And if you guys are curious what this one is limited to, it is 1 out of 6,250. And now the last one that we've got here, guys, is of course Wreck-It Ralph. And the Chase for this one is actually him holding the medal that Vanellope makes, which is pretty cute. And I know that this is going to be one of those bigger sodas, and it definitely feels heavy. And I can't tell yet if he's got it, but I kind of doubt we did not. Him with his arms crossed, so it's just the Common. But very similar to Squiddly Diddly, I don't have any of them in the collection, so to have the Common is definitely neat, and I really do enjoy this soda. It kind of reminds me of the Sully one from Monsters, Inc., like that similar size, and let's find out what this one's limited to. Oh, 1 out of 10,500, which means overall, oh, it's 12,500. That makes the... Is that... No, I guess that's right. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't know why. For some reason, it made it seem like the Chase was less than a 1 in 6, but no, the math adds up. And now, everybody, we've got one more store to take a look at, which is over at Big B Comics. And I ended up getting, I believe, 3 things while I was there, with the first one being the Neon City Kong. I have no clue why they had this. Because this figure here is normally a Walmart exclusive, and it does have that special edition one, and I did notice that they had a couple other Walmart ones around the store, so maybe now comic book stores here in Canada are able to get in the Walmart exclusives because they're not? I don't know. Like, seriously, guys, it is hard to find Walmart exclusives, even though we have Walmarts here in Canada. And now I know I do already have the normal version of this one, but I wanted to pick it up just because of how unique the colors are on this thing, and I gotta take it out of the box. Like, seriously, guys, this thing is amazing, especially with the way they did it to make it look like the colors almost like blend in with the fur. It is pretty sick. And if you guys want to take a look, here he is. And now that I've got this one, I kinda want to get the Neon City Godzilla. It'd be sick. Especially if I can display both of these out of the box next to each other. And now let's get into the other 2 things that I got at Big B Comics, which are, of course, you guys ready for this? The other 2 Hall of Armor figures that I needed. I am so glad I was able to get these things. Especially because this was way quicker than I expected to get them. I thought it was going to be later on, sometime in like September or October, but no, they released super early, and I can't wait to build the Hall of Armor that I talked about a little while ago. And if you guys haven't heard, what I want to do is take a bunch of these figures, pop the figures out, and put in the other versions of Iron Man that I've got in my collection. I think it's going to look really great, so stay stay tuned for that because it should be coming, well, now that I've got everything for it, maybe like later on this week, I hope so. I may or may not have gone a little bit overboard with that video too because I ordered a bunch of these guys as well as a bunch more Iron Men for the collection so we could really fill this thing out. And from the way it's going, I should have about like 10 or 12 different Iron Men for the video. It's gonna be fun. Oh, and also in preparation for the Hall of Armor video, I was doing some research on different suits that actually are in the Hall of Armor, and there are some way crazier ones than the 4 that Funko picked. Like, I literally found one with flames on the side. Funko, why didn't you do that one? I don't know, but whatever it is, guys, I still think that these ones look great, and it's gonna be super awesome to have all of them together in the Hall of Armor. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been an episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.
Singing low while I pop a bottle off of your chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a